Hey everybody, welcome to Story Time with the Captain. And today's story, I'll be talking about me growing up and about cigarettes and the stupid things that we used to do growing up. Everybody done it, you know, we were all kids. But anyways, this goes back some time to when not a pack, but a carton of cigarettes. You know what? Well, first off, let's go back. When we were kids, we were acting like adults. You know, when they have cigarettes. Did you ever get them sticks in the woods? We called them bamboo because they were like hollow in the middle. And we would light them things up and puff on them like they were cigarettes. Man, it was just, I don't know what kind of weed that was, but they'd grow real tall and you'd break them off and they were hollow in the middle. It was funny. But I did ask my mom one time. I says, Mom, if you ever did anything like drugs or anything growing up? And she said no, but she did smoke corn silk. So she was born in 1929, so that back then, in the 40s and 50s, you do some stupid things. And I remember one time my mom, she never did anything rebellious. There was 8 of us growing up. And she never did anything rebellious, but she did tell me one time she worked at this, it was a newspaper. The Niles Daily Times is where she met my dad. My dad was a janitor there and proposed to her 7 times. And she told me she was working, she asked the boss for a raise. And I don't know what year this was, but she got a nickel raise. And she says she was so mad, she threw a grape at her boss and hit him in the back of the head. Woo! You rebel! But anyway, this goes back like what I said before, and we were smoking that stupid stick things. Well, we used to steal, my mom and dad used to buy the cartons of cigarettes, and my brother would buy cartons of cigarettes too. And they were like, this is when we would save up our money and buy a carton of cigarettes, and it was $5 a carton. So it tells you what time this was. And we used to steal my dad's cigarettes. My mom and dad smoked non-filter Camels for over 60 years, I guess. And that basically what did my mom in was smoking cigarettes. And my 2 older brothers, that's basically what did them in too. My mom and dad smoked non-filter Camels. My brother smoked Marlboro Redbox, both of them. And he died at 58, age of 58, and this is just a couple of years ago. And my other brother just passed away last year. He was age 58, but my brother a year before that, which aged 55. So don't smoke cigarettes, man. We used to, my dad, you made a thing that hold a whole carton of cigarettes. You would just pull one out and they would fall down to the next one. They had holes in the front, and they were hanging up on the wall. And then they had we had matchbooks, ones for the matchbooks too. You could pull a matchbook out and they would be stacked in there. And you could see the holes where you could see how far they'd go down. And well, we used to steal cigarettes from them and stuff, and go up into the woods and dig a hole and put them under a coffee can in the woods, and all us neighbor kids would go up there, and we wouldn't even inhale. We was just like puffing on it, and it was just the stupid things we do when we were kids, the stupid things we do when we're adults, the things I do. And I did smoke a cigarette one time to try to impress a girl. It was stupid. I smoked for about 10 minutes. But I did smoke a pipe at one time for like a little while, and that tasted pretty good. But then I have cigars. I made a video of these cigars I bought. Oh God, I don't know how many years ago. It was one of the first videos I posted up. I bought a box of cigars. They were originally $115. I think I paid $50 for them or something. I still have them cigars. I still have probably 6 or 7 of them in that box, and I haven't smoked them, and it's been probably 3 or 4 years. I just got them at work, and I was going to give them away to somebody, but I was like, I don't want to give them to somebody. I'll probably just throw them out. But the box is pretty cool. But that's it. That's smoking cigarettes, puffing on cigarettes when you were a kid at $5 a carton. I don't know how much that would be a pack. I mean, this is when your parents would send you into the store, and I remember telling my mom one time, we go up to the neighborhood store, and she sent me in to get some milk, some butter, and a pack of cigarettes, or a couple packs of cigarettes. And once in a while she'll send me a couple packs, and I told her I ain't gonna buy them, because they're bad for her. Oh, oh, that was all it took, boy. She gave me a verbal laugh. You're gonna get them. And I still remember when these stupid cigarette loads where you put them in the end of a cigarette and you light it, they would burn and pop. And I put one of those in my mom's cigarettes too. And let the beatings begin, It pissed her off, man. And then one time, I never known it would change the flavor of these cigarettes, but they had a carton of cigarettes on the table, and I guess she wasn't around or something, and I took it and I started slamming them down on the ends, like packing them, I guess. And I guess it makes them stronger and a different flavor. And, man, I almost got my ass beat, Yeah, mess with their cigarettes, man. Growing up, that's what you didn't do. Man, I remember my dad would drink Rolling Rock, and he would get in the cans, and he'd have a can of beer probably once in a blue moon after work with dinner. That was it. That's all he really drank. And I remember taking a couple of those, drinking one of them, sneaking them up to my room, drinking it, crushing a can, and put it underneath my bed. Not between the mattresses, under the bed. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. My dad worked in construction. And that's what she did. She cleaned the house. Like she wasn't going to find that? What the heck? And she kind of, told me, don't be drinking your dad's beer, I don't know how old was I? About 12, 10, about 10. I probably only did it probably 2 or 3 times. That was the only time I ever did it, I don't know. But that was it, it's fun, it's funny, and, the things that happen when you're growing up, you look back and you have to laugh at them now, but yeah, she was mad when I was going to buy her them cigarettes, man. She said, you're going to Oh, man. They were great parents. Great parents. It's just being abused, but not by them. 2 different ways by... anyways. But my parents were good. They supplied it. She kept the house clean, did laundry, did everything, and my dad worked. We weren't really close, but I remember going up to him one time. I was showing him something I did. He goes, and that was basically all my dad was. Until later on in life, he got me a job down where he worked, but he worked at some other place, but it was like the main base down there. And I would visit him when he moved into an apartment and with my mom and stuff. I moved out. I got married and had a kid and stuff, and I would visit them, and that's about it, But them cigarettes, yeah, they would. Man, I'll never forget that. But I don't. My mom smoked. My oldest brother smoked cool, but I remember him. I must have been 3 or 4 years old. He threw a whole carton into the fireplace where we used to live, and she smoked non-filtered Camel through all her pregnancies, and she had me when she was probably 45 and 47 when she had my younger brother. And my dad smoked, my mom smoked, my 3 brothers, they all smoke. My one sister smoked. My 2 other sisters didn't, and my older brother he quit smoking. Yeah, it's it's smoking. No joke, man. Don't do that stuff. Anyways, that's about it. And thank you for letting me waste your time with my little story. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and cheers.